Have you ever stopped to ask yourself a deeply uncomfortable question? Who is truly controlling your life? Is it your intellect, your faith and your commitment to Allah? Or is it your desires? Many people believe they are free, yet they spend their lives obeying their cravings, emotions, temptations, and worldly ambitions. The greatest prison is not made of iron bars. It is the prison of unchecked desires that silently dominate the heart. Today, we will explore a question that every believer must answer honestly. Are you a slave to your desires? We will uncover how desires can distance us from Allah, weaken our character, and prevent us from fulfilling our true purpose in life. More importantly, we will learn how the Quran and Sunnah provide a path to self-mastery, spiritual freedom, and complete submission to Allah alone. Every human being longs for freedom. People speak about freedom of speech, freedom of choice, financial freedom, political freedom, divine and personal independence. Entire civilizations have fought wars to achieve it, and countless individuals spend their lives pursuing what they believe is the ultimate form of liberty. Yet there is a profound question that often remains unanswered. What does it truly mean to be free? Is freedom simply the ability to do whatever one desires whenever one desires, without restriction? Or is there a deeper reality that the Creator has revealed to humanity? Islam presents a definition of freedom that is entirely different from the one commonly accepted in today's world. According to the Quran, a person is not truly free merely because he follows every impulse of his heart. In fact, when desires become the master and being becomes the servant, what appears to be freedom is actually a subtle form of slavery. A person may have wealth, status, influence, and unlimited choices, but if he cannot control his own desires, he remains a captive. His prison is invisible, yet it is stronger than chains of iron. Allah created mankind with intellect, conscience, and desires. Desire itself is not evil. It is a natural part of human nature. Hunger encourages us to seek nourishment. The desire for marriage preserves the family. The desire for success motivates hard work. While these inclinations are blessings when they remain under the guidance of revelation, the problem begins when desire moves from being a servant to becoming a ruler. When a person's decisions are no longer based upon what pleases Allah, but upon what pleases the self, then the balance established by Allah is disturbed. The Quran repeatedly reminds believers that human beings possess two opposing forces within themselves.
One invites them toward righteousness, patience, gratitude, humility, and obedience. The other constantly whispers toward selfishness,
greed, lust, anger, and heedlessness. Every day becomes a battlefield between these two influences. Viksa Patri belongs not to the strongest desire, but to the strongest faith. Modern society often promotes the idea that every desire deserves immediate fulfillment. Advertisements encourage people to buy without restraint. Entertainment teaches individuals to pursue pleasure above all else. Social media rewards instant gratification and constant validation. Success is frequently measured by how many personal wishes someone can satisfy. In such an environment, self-control is treated as weakness, while indulgence is celebrated as confidence. This way of thinking slowly reshapes the heart until a person begins to believe that denying any desires is a form of oppression. Islam challenges this mindset completely. The believer understands that every action carries consequences in this life and in the hereafter. Not every desire should be obeyed simply because it exists. The presence of temptation does not make it permissible. Instead, Allah has honored human beings with the ability to distinguish between right and wrong. Unlike animals that simply follow instinct, human beings are accountable for their choices. Consider a rider traveling with a powerful horse.
The horse possesses tremendous strength and speed. If the rider holds the reins firmly, both reach their destination safely. However, if the horse begins directing the rider wherever it pleases, disaster becomes inevitable. Desire resembles that powerful horse.
So it contains energy that can benefit a person when controlled, but it becomes destructive when allowed to lead without restraint. One of the greatest deceptions of Shaitan is convincing people that obeying every desire is a sign of authenticity.
He whispers that refusing temptation means denying one's true self. Yet Allah teaches the opposite.
A believer discovers his true identity not by serving desires, but by serving his Creator. The submission to Allah does not reduce human dignity, it elevates it. The one who bows before Allah alone can never become a slave to wealth, lust, or power. History provides countless examples of individuals whose lives were destroyed because they could not control their desires.
Some possessed immense kingdoms, yet their greed demanded more. Others enjoyed loving families,
but unlawful attractions led them toward betrayal.
Many have accumulated fortunes, but remained dissatisfied because their hearts always craved another possession.
Their external success could not hide their internal captivity. In contrast, while the prophets demonstrated extraordinary freedom because they refused to submit to worldly temptations. Prophet Ibrahim, thus peace be upon him, rejected the false beliefs of his society despite immense pressure.
Prophet Yusuf, peace be upon him, resisted temptation, even when no human being was watching him.
Peace be upon him, confronted tyranny because his loyalty belonged to Allah alone. Our beloved Prophet Muhammad endured persecution, poverty, ridicule, and hardship without abandoning the truth. None of these noble servants allowed fear, desire, or worldly ambition to dictate their choices.